been on the road now for 10 hours. We drove all night, just stopped for breakfast. On our way to Colorado 2023 elk season. So we're in Utah right now, making our way down there. Probably not going to make it for an evening hunt tonight. It's just going to be a set up camp, make a plan for tomorrow and hit hard tomorrow. So we'll get back on the road.
That's better.
You want more dogs? Yeah, just one more. Yeah, just one more.
If we come back up here, look in this little basin over here. It's got private all along the top of the ridge.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not good public access in there. There's a road over here you can get in. But, I mean, it may be worth coming back to this corner and then doing a 200-yard hike to the top of the ridge and glassing in there. Welcome to Colorado. It's pretty cold here. It's about 24 degrees. It's been snowing the last few days up in the high country. So we're here chasing elk with archery equipment. Supposedly it's a rut right now. As of yet, we haven't heard any elk bugling. We did see some on the way in a different unit, and they were doing pretty good. But we've got about a week here, so we're super excited. The country is gorgeous, and you know, we have some spots picked out that we're going to go try. This was spot number 1. It's turning out pretty bad, so we're going to go to try spot number 2. See if we can turn up some elk. So come along for the adventure. It's going to be a good time. Nice, I'll be driving over grip tape.
All right, cool. We got a fire pit. This is beautiful. Man, love it.
I think it's cute how we just walked around it.
I'm being cute. All right, let's do this.
This trip. That's a tip. We're going to have to give him a rental fee.
Dude, you nailed that second one.
Yeah, I smoked that one. Ouf, da May Bouvier.
All right, it is day 1. What is it, 1:30, and we feel really good about this area. We took the FJ all the way back in here as far as we could, and then we've got another 1.5 miles or so,
Or a
couple miles to get to where we've e-scouted. Elevation's right, feed looks good. So yeah, we're excited.
Basically plan on going in there and elk just running at us.
Yeah, sprinting to our arrows. Yeah, so that's the plan.
Off we go. You know what I mean? This will be a cliff, but we can even get on there and glass the evening. If we don't turn anything up in these, we can get on there and glass all this stuff up.
Right. Like right now, if we stayed on contour and spun around, it would put us same elevation into this stuff over here. But the road guys rode right through that. Never mind. Yeah.
No, that's somewhere we've never been. We came up here.
It's another.
We parked there and went up here. That's a tiny dirt bike track. It was the one that cut off back to our left. So this is pretty unused.
All this in here.
Yeah, look over here too.
We're making our way up this hill. Elevation hits different. I've never been up this high in my life, so this is an adventure. But we're going like 500-600 yards, bugling. It's pretty thick in here. 500-600 yards bugle, and then another. It's about 1 mile, and then it's going to start to open up, and then we're going to slow way down, and hunt some edges. Maybe even glass and wait till this evening for them to pop out.
So that's it. That's the ridge. It drops down in the saddle. There'll be a little bump over here. Oh, I'm getting dizzy.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
A bunch of sissies, huh? We sound like sissies on this video.
Hey, you can only do what your body can do, man. It is what it is.
Yep.
I've never experienced this in my life. Like this feeling.
Where you can't breathe.
Yeah, never.
There's not air to breathe.
There's no oxygen over
You're
here.
sucking air in, but there's no oxygen.
Yeah, like you take a breath and nothing happens. They were in here pretty thick about a week or 2 weeks ago. Look at all these elk tracks.
Oh, what a grind. We put in like 8 miles today. We covered a lot of ground, a lot of this high country. I think we topped out at like 11,000, 6 or 7, 8. We're up there, and very little sign, no vocalization at all.
No bugles, no elk, hardly any sign. And most of the sign that was there, which was little, was a couple weeks old. So this area is getting the old.
Yeah, so that's elk hunting. You keep going till you find them. So they're not here. We found that out. Tomorrow, we got to catch up on some sleep. We've slept like 7 hours in the last 2 nights combined. So we're going to get some sleep tonight, and then tomorrow hunt a little bit lower elevation. We got some new intel. We'll try that out. First, we got to go back to camp and get some food.
If you want.
Here, got our recovery sleep. I'm not used to using a flat top, so the eggs are a little questionable, but should be pretty good.
It's the inevitable yard sale. We're moving. Well, this camp is staying here, but we are moving to the backcountry. We got some new intel on where the elk are in this unit, so we'll tell you more about that if we find the elk. So yeah, we're packing up. Hopefully gonna be out of here in the next half hour. Got a little bit of a drive to get to the trailhead and then start hiking. Hopefully we can get an evening hunt in tonight. That's the goal. So we're trying to make tracks here and get this done.
So we don't really know what the weather's going to be like back there. There's there may be a little bit of rain / snow. Hopefully not, but we're preparing for it. So we're taking all our rain gear and everything. We're all three going to be snuggled up in a teepee together. So it'll be fun. It's going to be exciting, but hopefully there's elk. Otherwise we're just bow hiking, you know? We don't want to bow hike. Let's shoot another one today.
That is cool. Look, I let Ben drive the rig. Look how muddy it is. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure.
Tweaker outdoors, right?
There he goes. Perfect. Eventually, we get there.
This is too heavy. Let's go back.
Okay.
You hear that? You hear that?
I hear it, but you can't hear it on here.
Hey, let's just get up here.
Hey, we're not killing these elk tonight,
No,
but we know where they are.
We're not. Yeah.
Finally saw elk, so it's dusk, perfect time for them to filter out, and so they are.
I'm hearing a mule right now.
You are?
Yep.
Yeah, they're up there on the hill, about 1,100 yards out, ripping bugles. So we only got about 20 minutes of light. We don't have enough time to make a play tonight, but that'll be where we go first thing in the morning. So we're gonna get to the top of this canyon, make camp, and get no sleep tonight. So.
Elk, baby. Finally. I'm shooter in the morning.
Alright, well, it's just starting to get light. We're in the elk. We heard elk bugling off and on all night last night, so it's super cool. We have an idea. We have a beat on where they might be this morning. When we woke up at about 5:30, they were ripping off somewhere up here, so we're gonna just give it another 10 minutes or so and then start moving through this ridge across to where we saw them last night and where we heard them all night long. We're in the elk, so it's exciting. Oh, I see something. Yeah, I think. Look at the far clear way up there. See that tan spot in the boulder field? I think it's a boulder. Look below it too. No, those are elk. Yeah, they're moving around. It's awful right now. Crap. That's why I wanted to go below. Because once we get through this, we're in a saddle. Once we get on that side, the one's going down. Oh my gosh. Seems like this is gonna work. Yeah. He's right over there, dude. Yeah. Let's just keep cutting distance and cow calling. Yeah. He's about 300, it sounds like. So we just got our first bugle response to our calling on the trip. Well, close anyway. Sounds like there's a bull about 200, 250 yards right here. He's responding really well to cow calls so far, so we're going to keep cutting distance and cow calling. Well, we were calling an elk, and then something crashed out in front of us. We don't know what it was. We think it might not be an elk. Busted out like 50 yards from us because we were moving too much. So, nothing's bugling anymore. So whatever that was that crashed out, it was either the elk that we're after, or it was something that scared the elk we're after. So we're gonna continue with our plan to head up toward where we saw this herd last night and see if we can close distance on them. See what happens. Yeah, they're moving away, so we just need to keep going. He's kind of like that direction. Okay. The last bugle he just made, did you hear how far it was? Yeah, so just make some tracks and hit him again. Let's go. Keep going, Chris. This is crazy. So there was a bull right above us chuckling. That wasn't the same one. No, I know. There was one way up the hill too. Bugle. It's there.
can I draw with my fingers? I'm gonna shoot under that little stick right there. He's walking. He's dead. I don't think I destroyed any breast meat.
Nice.
Has smaller breast than I remember. Alright. Want some grouse liver?
That's grouse.
That's so grouse. Oh, it's moving. It scared me.
Twitchy twitch.
Well, we had a good nap. It rained. I think everyone needed a nap, even if we didn't realize it. The rain's over, we think. Still some gray clouds, but we're gonna go check out a new spot, see if there's any elk back there, hit some bugles, hopefully turn one up. So, off we go.
What should we do, man? What should we do? He didn't sound very aggressive. Sound like he was bedded. Yeah. I think we cow call and get close. See if he chuckles again and we keep moving in. You know?
Day 3's coming to a close. We hiked way back in this country, new country for us. A lot of good elk sign from a few weeks ago. Nothing fresh, so the freshest stuff is still the stuff we were hunting earlier today. So we're heading back to camp. Got a pretty good climb out of here, a couple mile hike, and then we're gonna start over tomorrow. Probably gonna hunt the same area in the morning that we did this morning. So let's get out of here.
It is day 4 of the hunt, but day 2 in this spot where we actually found elk. Yesterday we slogged a lot of miles, had a lot of close encounters, had several bulls we would call and they would just give a really quiet chuckle, and that was it. But never saw them. They never responded to anything else. So if you know what that is, leave a comment below and tell us what to do when they only chuckle at you. So it's a new day. Hopefully, we had a temperature drop last night. Hopefully there's some good rut action this morning. Try to get it done. We have today, tomorrow, and Thursday, so 3 days left.
Dude, there's no sign down here. Oh, is there? Good. That's encouraging. We can cow call then. Cow call.
We finally got it done. It's been a grind. Put in the work. I can't keep us straight. No, we got a grouse. It's our second one of the trip. The first one was delicious, so hopefully this one is equally as delicious. It's our fuel to get back down to the truck. Well, we are leaving the high country. Now we're gonna go. We only have one full day of hunting left, and the rest of today, and probably a half day on Thursday. So it's a little too late to commit to going back in the wilderness areas too deep. So kind of is what it is. We got the intel too late to really go make a deep push, but we did have some encounters. We had some opportunities. It was a lot of fun. Went back to that area today and it was just totally silent. Did see some fresh sign, but that's about it. So we're gonna pack up, head down the hill. We got some spots picked out we want to hunt at lower elevations. We'll see if we can get it done in the next 2 days. We are packing out. We rolled in here 2 days ago and we had plans of going over this mountain like 3 miles further into some wilderness areas. But when we were hiking in, this knob behind us, the evening we hiked in, there was a whole herd of elk up there, a nice bull. So we didn't have time to put a play on them the night we hiked in. So we set up camp at the top of the ridge and went back to this knob yesterday morning and got into some elk, bugling. It was fun. Had a small herd with cows and spikes come by at like 60 yards, but couldn't close the deal. So now it's the time crunch. So we kind of got derailed by this knob.
Yeah, if we go back in there now, we won't have time to get an elk out before the end of the trip.
Yeah.
So our camera guy's got to catch a flight. So we're gonna be finding some lower country spots that hopefully can produce something, even if we slock some cows and get some cows.
Yeah.
If it's brown, it's down at this point.
Yeah, we haven't either sex tag, so obviously no spikes, branch antlered bulls or cows. So we'd like to take home.
First legal elk is going down.
It's going down. Yeah. So got 2 more miles to the truck and then headed down the hill.
Well, we moved to a different area again, so we're back to base camp. We're gonna hike out of here and go a few miles, big old fat bull and shoot him in the heart. So that's the plan for today.
Ready to rock. Well, we just started getting into the steep stuff, so we gotta climb like 1,500 feet and like, I don't know, 1,000 yards. It's ridiculous. But we're gonna do it because we think there's a chance that there might be an elk up there. So we're gonna get up there. It flattens off at the top and there's some parks, and see what we see. Hopefully there's some elk. Literally run the ridge, like hike it up to the top and run the ridge all the way down and pack it out.
Easier than this.
Easier than this. Safer anyway. The mountain has put a halt to our hike. We got into this spot and it didn't look as bad on the old e-scout as it does in real life. Turns out we hit the old angle compensator with the rangefinder. This is a 40-degree mountain that we're on. So I don't know if you've ever been on a 40-degree mountain before, but it's really hard to walk up. And we can get to the top. We've done stuff like this before, but the problem is if we get up there, we got about another mile of this vert. We get up there and shoot a bull up there, it would be unsafe to bring it out without a helicopter, and that's not a joke. So we're putting the X-nay on this one. So we're gonna, we got a day and a half basically, a whole day between the rest of the day and tomorrow. So we're gonna go get camp packed up, hit some low country stuff, and odds are low, but we're gonna see if we can turn something up, if we can find something down there and put a stock on it. Last stage, last chance kind of thing. So, but this mountain beat us. We lose, mountain wins. All right. There we go. This is how long your trekking poles need to be to go up this hill. It's not a joke. They really do. That's what we've been going up right there.
If you could sum up our trip in some merchandise, there it is.
Let's just go with the caddis.
There was literally a fish on it.
Yeah, there was. What happened to it? You must have wrapped around that stick.
He got me around a stick and got off.
Sucker.
It's a 3-pounder.
I saw the fish hit it too.
Dude, he was fighting like crazy. Right here he got off, just right here.
Yeah, I saw it.
Well, it's our last day. We're gonna roll out of town tonight and start heading back home. So, in front of me here is the mountain where we've seen the only elk that we've seen on this trip. Of course, they're about 1,000 feet higher than we're standing right now, but so there's this road we're standing on comes around the backside of the mountain. So our plan was to get in here, hike up the mountain, and maybe do some calling and see if those elk are still in there. This road is garbage. Ripped part of my bumper off, dented the side of my truck. So we're having loads of fun up here. It's the last day of blues, you know. But hey, we're staying mentally focused. We're gonna get up there, probably not all the way to the top.
You don't have to say that.
We're gonna get in and at least do some call setups, give it a go for the last day, and then see if we can't get anything done. Last day, last chance.
As you can see, we're not in the woods. We're in a pickup. So we went up there. There was no fresh sign and no elk. We spent a couple hours hiking. And then we got cliffed out. So low country it is. We've got like, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 hours to make something happen. It's coming down to the wire. So if we get an elk down, it'll be super exciting. If not, it won't be. Profound statements there.
Well, that's all she wrote. We're heading out. It is Thursday. So we've been here for 6 days and going home empty-handed. We had some opportunities at cows. We passed them up. And that was the last time we saw elk. So we kind of got pushed out of the high country by our own bodies. Some elevation sickness and stuff. We tried to put in work, lower country, just no elk. So it's been a bit of a grind of a trip, but we learned a lot. Good experiences, good laughs, good times with friends, and now we're headed home. So we did get some grouse though, so go back and watch that footage.
Well, we're headed home. End of the trip. It was a tough trip. It was a long hunt. Quite a grind. We got into some elk at one point, and that was super exciting, but couldn't make it happen. So we got some opportunity at some cows, but it was too early in the hunt for me to, or Clayton to want to shoot a cow. We were going for bulls. But anyway, you know, it's one of those hunts where we came in with expectations because it was a draw unit, and it was not a lot. It was a couple points, but it wasn't an over-the-counter archery tag. And man, were those expectations a little overshot, because we got in here and it turned out to be really tough, and pretty much everyone we talked to was like, oh no, this unit's terrible. There's no elk here. And we did research before and everything, but apparently not enough. So do your research before you go into a unit. Just because it takes points to draw doesn't mean that it's going to be a premier unit. You still got to do your research, and you still got to hunt hard, because it's not our first rodeo, and we were in the wilderness area and all kinds of stuff for several days, and it was not as easy as we anticipated. So, but we had fun. We had a good time. It was crazy experiences, and we're I don't know what we are. We suck.